Hey, this is weird watching on the. That's my first time using the new Google Live thing. Slightly lighting. Gotta make this shit look good, ain't I? Anyway, so this, as you can see by the by my obviously, is the top 5 beer styles, desert island beer thing that everybody's doing at the moment. So, pour myself some more beer. I have got. Planets Don't Twinkle. It's a Galaxy Single Hop IPA, and it looks like a banana smoothie. Anyway, so I was tagged by Craig from Kent Beer Review stuff. So I actually wrote them down because I've got 5 things to remember, and I felt I needed to write them down. So it's a funny one because I essentially drink a lot of the same thing all of the time. But that's just me. Craig, you stole my catchphrase. I'm stealing yours, motherfucker. This tag is moving faster. Oh, yes, it is, yeah. Hello. Beer Vibe numbers. So, what did I say? I'm going to go in reverse order. And the first one is a bit of a funny one because I don't really drink a hell of a lot of these. But they were quite important early days in my kind of like appreciation of sip of beer for the working man. My kind of appreciation of good beer. I mean, and we got kind of like 20 years, something like that now. Because I'm old as fuck. Craig, I told you it'd be like yours, but a lot more sweary. So I think I've fulfilled my task. Volume okay? There. I've got my microphone. Should be working okay. Yes. So the first 2 styles. I'll get this shit back on the road. Don't worry. It's a funny one. It's kind of Hefeweizen and triples, Belgian triples. In early doors when I started getting into craft beer, good beer, I'm going to say, because a lot of these weren't craft. Back then, the kind of more, there were a good amount of interesting beer in the supermarket at this point. I mean, it's a lot of especially kind of Belgian and German styles. I mean, one beer that I really enjoyed early on was Erdinger. That plays a massive role in my enjoyment of good beer. And then from that, I kind of like tried a few more, like Schneider, which at the time I didn't really like, and like Meiselweiss, which I was always a big fan of, Schofferhofer, things like that were always people in supermarkets, and like more specialist off licenses was Belgian styles. So I had of Belgian stuff. So I mean, the standard stuff, but I mean the one style that I think has kind of stuck with me has been triples. St. Bernardus, that was always probably my favourite of the style. Yeah, West Marley is a good one. But even in the more craft kind of offerings of that style of beer, I would say... So I'm just trying to sort out my mic. It seems a bit low. It was always my preferred style. I kind of like Saison at the start. I fucking really can't get with Saison anymore. What else? Yeah, and stuff like Orval was always a big thing, and it's on the kind of hoppier side, the brighter side of things. The Degar which is a little bar in Ghent. That's not Ghent, in Brussels. Not Brussels. What the fuck am I on about? In Bruges, down a little side alley. I think we walked past it like 6 million times before we actually found it. They sell one beer, their house triple, and they give you a bowl of cheese. It's ace. But yeah, St. Bernardus was always my favourite in that stuff. I mean, as far as kind of wheat beers, I do have a fondness for Erdinger. I haven't had it in ages. Maybe I should get an Erdinger. I really do mean to do reviews of some more like Hefeweizens and Weiss beers, Schneider, Weichstefner, and Meisel. They were my 3, I guess. Even Imperial Stout named it for one. Oh, you think so? You think so, do you? Well, I might surprise you there. There's a fucking hint in the title to the channel. Yes, so number 4, and I guess this makes me sound slightly elitist. I mean, what's the kind of style that I don't drink a fucking lot of? But all right, Paul, how you doing? Is Lambics. I mean, I know other people will say sours in general, but I mean, Berliner Weiss, I can take it or leave it. Makes me groan a bit. not as much. Yeah, kettle sours, I just find them a bit tiresome and a bit dull. So I've had some really good American style, which are kind of lambic-esque from like the brewery, and I think it's Beatification, which I had at Ryan's house when we were in San Diego. That was incredible. Supplication, Beatification, I can't remember which it was. Go on, search Russian River. Yeah, so I've had some really nice examples from America of kind of lambic style stuff, and in the UK we get some decent efforts from the likes of Wild Beer Co. But I'd say straight up kind of Belgian lambics, and it don't have to be Cantillon. Cantillon core range for me is a bit meh. Some of the specials can be wonderful. Mamouche, Fafoon, Vionnerie, stuff like that are really good. Tilquan, I think, are doing some incredible stuff. I still not had anything from Decam, I don't think. But yeah, and Girardin, I mean, really kind of like sessionable. My first one was but that's just me. Craig's give me a thumbing me up. Yes, they it was Cuvée René. Is that by Lindemans? I remember that was in North Bar in Leeds, and somebody just said, "Oh, he's going to do the girl's face," and I didn't. I loved it, and that is still one of my favourites. And it's really well priced. You get a big bottle back in the day for like £4.20, maybe about £6 now or something. But down the beers anyway. Cheers. That's number 4. Get ready, hold your hats. It's going to upset some people. Brian Mujeti, if you ever watch this, my friend, it's going to upset you, mate. I'm going to use what I think is my preferred term at the moment, which is IBA or IDA. So India Dark Ale, India Black Ale, Cascadian Dark Ale, whatever you want to call it, Export India Porter. I understand the problems with the term Black IPA, but I like the style. I do. And I've had a bunch recently, which have been really nice. I had one from Wylam called Future Shot, which was really nice. And one from, I think, an Australian brewery called Kaiju, which is, it was something about, it was the H.P. Lovecraft fucking monster thing, whatever it's called. Nice one, Paul. Cthulhu on the Beach, I think it's called. That was really nice. Box Social, I had one from them. And then it was a really good one I had. I've usually got empties knocking around, but I cleared up. So I do like the Black IPA. Get used to it. We need to bring back. I used to always love Wild Raven from Thornbridge, Magic Rocks, Magic 8 Ball, but the one that started it all for me probably was, I guess the Black IPA before Black IPA existed, which was. Just going to click off some alerts. Stone Sublime and Self Righteous. Forgot about Black IPAs. Exactly. Don't sleep on Black IPA. It's a re-emerging style in the UK. So if this is really laggy, I mean, it looks weird as shit on my screen. Yeah, so Black IPA by any other name. But I think India Dark Ale, India Black Ale, I like those names. Maybe very much. That was tying back to when... because, yeah, exactly, Paul. I mean, Cascadian Dark Ale, I mean, it ties back to the Cascadian Mountains, and it was Deschutes who first did it with a beer, which name I cannot remember anymore. And I had a bottle of that back in the day and really enjoyed it. What the fuck was that beer called? Anyway, sip of beer for the working man. If you're out there, send me Sublime Self-Righteous, exactly. Hoppy Stout? Nah. See, I'm not bothered about Hoppy Stout or India Stout. I'm going to go, because it's more porter-esque. It's less stout-like, I'd say. Because it's you're using you're sparging the Carafa number 3. So you're probably not using roasted barley to get your colour. So not a stout for me. If that's a distinction of a stout and a porter, no roasted barley. So that's my number 3. Number 2, I would say it's flavoured stouts. And I'd say in particular coffee stouts. I also love beers that have vanilla in. I mean, stouts that have vanilla in, but you don't often get many work really well. That's usually a supplementary thing. So it might be coffee and vanilla, or it might be chocolate and vanilla, or chocolate and coffee on its own. I'm a big fan. Especially, I guess the one for me for a long time was Founders Breakfast Stout. Absolutely love that beer. But there's loads. I mean, recently I found there's a brewery from Spain called Basque Land Brewing Project, and they're Alvin Imperial Stout is incredible. Speedway Stout. There's loads of them. I mean, it's endless. But that, I'd say that's number 2. You know, yeah, coconut, all that kind of like Lorelei. Yeah, that's an Imperial Porter though, Paul. But yeah, that kind of thing. I do love what Omnipollo can do and are capable of, but often don't really kind of like hit the heights like they used to for some reason. I've got an issue with Bassland, mate. Get on it. It's incredible. £3.50 I can get it for in Leeds as well. I think I've only got one left. I need to go buy more. And I've actually just sent a bottle of Cocoa Cacao Wonderland from Thornbridge, which is a coconut and chocolate. But yeah, it's that kind of. I'm not using the term. Yeah, it is endless, Paul. I'm not going to go pastry stout. I think it's a become a derogatory term, really. I mean, for me, it's additional flavors, maybe 1, maybe 2 flavors that enhance a real. Often Imperial Stout, but it doesn't have to be Imperial. And number 1, if you needed any hints, there you go. That's what I like. I like IPA. That's why the channel's got Killer Drinking Shot Spit from Siren. Well, go back and watch our previous episode of Good Beer Live where we drink that live. Me, Craig, and Jake. Anyway, yeah. So obviously it's IPA. I mean, for a long time I would have said pale ale, but because you're getting all that flavour and all everything you like about IPA, but a lower ABV. That's always, no one likes to feel that too drunk or awful in the morning. That's the worst bit. So for me, I at the moment I'd definitely say IPA, and I can't see that changing. I love the diversity of style. I like this filthy muck. Look at that. That's the most opaque IPA you're going to see in a long time. I love pin bright, puckering bitterness from the West Coast. It does taste better when you're there. I mean, especially in the UK, I don't think we get a true representation of what a West Coast IPA really is. I mean, drinking those beers at Pizza Port and at Stone and at Ballast Point at the time, and Green Flash and all the great breweries in San Diego. No, I don't like triple IPAs, Paul. Fuck triple IPAs. Fuck them. Unnecessary alcohol. I'm not interested. I'm interested in flavour and aroma. That's what my thing's all about. But I mean, as far as style, I said breakfast style is great. I mean, juicy, low ABV, clear, crisp, punishing bitterness. It's all good. It's all fun. It's all this kind of like this exciting spectrum of IPAs, and I'm on board with it all. Okay, at the moment in the UK, you get a lot of this juice, and that's no bad thing. I wish there was a little bit more variety within style. It's a little bit hard to get at the moment, but I'm glad it exists here and there. And when you get great examples of all types of IPA, I think it's great. I mean, as far as kind of monumental examples of it, I mean, at the moment, Fruit Car site exhibition from Verdant's incredible. There's a load of Citra around at the moment, it appears. The BBC, DDH IPA Citra BBC from Cloudwater is exceptional. Tracker doing some great stuff in the UK. I mean, I mainly drink British IPA at the moment. Northern Monk, Magic Rock, Wylam. Day are on the comeback trail, but I mean, for me, the kings of the game at the moment are those guys down in Cornwall. Verdant. Yeah. So there you go. And as I feel like I'm at the end of a long line of people who've been tagged in to do this. So I'm not going to pick anybody who I know has already been doing it, because most of the British guys I think have been named by Craig, actually, who's kindly watching right now. So I'm gonna tag Mark Starr from the Hoppery, Zach Avery from the Year of Beer blog, Chad from Chad's Beer Reviews, David the Urban Viking, Terry K Beer Goggles, and Marg Elvis Appleford. Oh, and Chris Latey, Real Ale in 140. They're the people I'm going to tag in that. So if we got Lee Russell out of the cupboard, then maybe one of those guys will see it. They won't. This is the end of the chain. give it up. Anyway, big thanks to Craig for kind of like nominating me to waffle about all the bullshit. What the fuck, Kolsch, all day. Nah, I like lager. I like all styles of beer, but you mean I primarily will drink this kind of shit. The chicken's gonna break. Until next time, check yourself before you wreck yourself.